in a bow, they steal the show wherever they go. Southern claws and paws, y'all, fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. Muddy chins, a parrot talks, a lizard crawls. Life's more fun with Southern claws and paws. Big or small, short or tall, we got room for them all. Southern claws and paws, y'all, fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here. The South, we dress them the best. A possum on a leash, a golden shades, critter couture for the parade. Southern claws and paws, y'all, fluffing fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It is a nice, cold night in North Georgia. And even though I guess we're about an hour away from each other,
Yes.
I think it's about as cold where you're at as where I'm at.
Yes, I think so. I'm sitting at 40 and feels like 35.
It's a little bit better tonight than last night, and I'm thankful for that. I had we had the guest coming in the racing show last night, and I said, actually, I came home at lunch and made sure the heat was on. It's going to be a cold night. Hello,
Yes.
Watchman.
Hey, Watchman.
It was, and it was funny because last night, and it was really cold this morning, but I came out and did the morning show, but it seemed like it was colder last night than it was this morning. I don't know if maybe I'm just going crazy, but I think it was the wind. It was just the wind made it feel so bad.
Oh, yes, that wind's horrible.
And we were talking last week about the pets and making sure, boy, I was thinking about them animals when it
Yeah.
got cold and that wind was blowing like that. I was thinking about, all those pets and stuff and hoping they had a good place to get into. How you been though? How's your week been?
It's been fine. Yeah.
Did you
fine.
get your cat wall put back up?
Yes, he came that day and put it back up. Any frozen pipes out there? No, Barry, no frozen pipes here.
No, sir.
I ran the water.
Yeah, I dripped and I went with the old shark tooth stuff. Hello, Cindy. A few years ago and got away from a lot of that, but there's still always a connection or something you gotta be careful with. But yeah, I dripped water, but it's not going to be as bad tonight. But it got cold though. There's no doubt. All the kiddos this morning, I kind of left the studio. I mean, right on time. I was helping my wife a little bit. She wanted to wait till my son come in before she got up. But I started a truck up, but I should have started about 5 minutes before I did. So all the kids were in the truck. They were all like not a foul mood. I said, how it is when you're cold. You just don't feel like talking.
Yes.
And you're all shivering and stuff. That's kind of the way they were, And it reminded me, I got to say this. Here, you're going to love this. This has nothing to do with cats or dogs or anything. But it is great. There's one of the grandkids. She'll be 11. Her birthday's this week, I think, if I remember right. Anyway, there's a young boy they're all friends and they live down the street. And he's a fine young man, but he's all boy and he likes to pick at girls and stuff, But anyway, so I guess he was messing with her. And I heard her say this. She said, "Get your hands off of me. I don't like to be touched." And I thought, that hurt every man in his life from his wife at least once. Get your hands off of me. I don't want to be touched. I thought, boy, Oh, speaking some prophecy there, but Watchmen, yeah, not cold enough for frozen pops where you're at. Well, I tell you, that's a bad day if you ever have it happen, you know. And weather like that, you had to get out on the farm and make sure the ice was broke up so the water was all good and everything. Brings back a lot of memories, but it's not quite as bad tonight. And we're going to talk about some different things, but we're going to show a couple of pictures first, not of animals. Although Barry, I seen Barry has a lot. I need Barry to send me some pictures because I understand he's got more cats than I even thought he had, and we'll highlight your cats. If you have animals, send those to us. Man, you can send them to me on Facebook Messenger or to the email southernfriedpodcast@yahoo.com or in my personal email. I don't care to give it out. Cordell's with an S, Atlanta@gmail.com. I do a lot with my personal email, probably more than I do the podcast email. It's just easier for me the way the email's set up. I actually have been trying to create. We got to get an email just for this show, Jen. We need to do that,
Yes.
and because everything's jumbled together, and it would just be better to have emails for some of the shows. And this is one of them that definitely needs its own email because we're going to be communicating with a lot of people about pictures and interviews and flyers coming in or whatever. So we'll work on that. Jen's always good to find stuff and send it to me. Let me see if I can get this first picture pulled up. And let's get us over to the presentation side. And that explains why they act like they rule the world. The world is a cat. And I never really saw that before, but that's pretty cool.
And they're playing with Australia.
And playing with Australia. I like it. Leave it to the cats to rule the world. They think they rule the home, right?
Yes.
By the way, how did the cats want to get up on the cold morning? Were they dragging a little bit? Do they? Even if they're warm inside, I wonder if they kind of, they got to sense stuff like that. That it's, a little more draft here, a little bit different, just the pressure difference, whatever. It's got to be a little bit of an understanding there from them that this is there's a change going on, and I don't want to get up.
Yeah. And sometimes they'll, lagging around, but as soon as they know mama's moving and gonna get up, they're gonna get up because they know they're gonna get fed. So,
Well, yeah, that's true too. Oh, I hate to hear that, Watchman. That's horrible.
oh no,
That's horrible. As someone who had a dog stolen one time, a little beagle, just a young pup, I never saw it again, and it just stinks. My only hope is that with that maybe some kid got some enjoyment, and it lived a good life or whatever. But it sure does hurt when something like that happens, or they
yeah,
just go missing. Sometimes they just go missing. You don't know if a car hit them or an animal got them or they ate something they shouldn't have ate. There's all kinds of things that can happen. Fell or whatever. You just don't know. You're kind of left not knowing. The second picture you sent me was about the holidays, and we are in the holiday season. How to keep your cat safe during the holiday season. Let me pull this back up, and we'll get this one. And let me get over to presentation. Cat proof the tree. Now, I think everybody that's ever had a cat, and there goes one now,
yes,
has had the Christmas tree turned over by a cat. I know it happened to us when I was young. Has it happened to you, Miss Jen?
yes. They didn't turn it over. It's just the two boys when they were younger and we got it out. They were like, "Hey," and Roxy was in it, but they did good about not turning it over. Now this year with the two little ones, I'm not sure about it. I'm afraid.
Oh.
I'm afraid those two are gonna be in it all the time. So, but I really don't have too much on there that breaks, so we'll be all right if it happens.
Well, we certainly had Christmas balls knocked off as cats would be hitting those. It says to secure it, avoid tinsel. and
Yeah.
use shatterproof ornaments, which kind of takes the fun out of it. I mean, some of the best stuff is, breakable, but you got to do what you got to do. Protect the lights, cover cords, use battery lights, unplug when away. Yeah, because they could bite into that or something, or you never know. So you don't want to fire some short out or something like that. Broski Bear says, knocking over that Christmas tree, oh Lord, wouldn't see that cat anymore after that.
Oh, broski.
Broski says, the cat's gone. Watchman, it's a long story, but I know who got him, but I didn't want to go to prison, so I let it go. I don't know, but I know. No, I got you. I got
Oh,
you.
yeah.
I got you. Toxic plants. Skip
Yes.
poinsettias, mistletoe, and holly opt for fall. I didn't. I never thought of that. I mean, but back when we were talking about foods
No.
to eat and foods to avoid, I think we
Yeah.
talked a little bit about plants back then.
Yeah, we had a plant one too. Yes.
Yeah, we did. That's right. And so the toxicity in the plants could be bad for the cats, dogs too, I guess.
Yes.
Create a safe space, which is behind us there on the screen. Quiet room with bad toys and scratching post. Barry says, I think rhododendron, or how do you say that? That's a tongue twister for me. Rhododendron is poisonous
Yeah.
too. I think you're right, Barry. I think you're right.
That's what it is.
Do your cats have a safe space?
I guess all over the house is pretty much. I mean, I have cat trees. I got 2 in the living room, 1 in my room, and so they have
They go
those.
high. They go high up.
Yeah, and then I have the cat run in my room. So, but if anybody comes like in the house, then see Alex goes to the laundry room, and it's not that big. It's big enough for him to get inside the washer, and that's it. And the other ones, I kind of stay out, except Roxy. She'll go. She'll stay on the cat tree if she's on one, but so they have places they can go.
Coke, does your kitty have a cry closet? They just get on the bed and cry.
Yeah.
Coco goes under my granddaughter's bed. That's the safe space.
Yeah.
If she's not home. Now, if Kaylee's home, of course, she is all wrapped up in her. But if Kaylee is not home, she'll come out barking like she's the monster killer dog from, wherever. And
Yes.
then she'll but what she's done, or she thinks you're walking her way, she'll run and go under the bed. That's her safe space. And she's probably right, because big old boy like me, I'm not getting down on the ground to go under the bed.
Yes.
So it is probably a safe place. But for us kiddos, we didn't like that because we watched Chucky. So avoid hazardous foods. We talked about no chocolate, onions. I don't know that we talked about bones. Now, dogs love bones, but I guess that's bad for cat.
Yeah, but it's certain bones like the chicken bones, turkey bones. That's not good for dogs or the cats. But
That's funny. That's funny, broski.
what did Broski say now?
Safe space is the
Oh.
cat won't. Hey, not to divert much, but things pop in my head. My granddaughter, and we're trying to negotiate all this. And my granddaughter's handling things on her own. I thought I was about to go to school, which I am, but we got to talk about her struggles in math. But she's having to deal with furries, and not the kinds you got there. And so, wait, did you just assume kitty's species, broski down there? Oh, y'all are funny. But anyway, she said the girl, one of them's a girl, she has the tail that touches the ground.
Behave.
And I
Yeah.
guess Kaylee accidentally stepped on her tail.
Oh no.
She's like, hey, get off my tail. And he said, "Why's your tail dragging the ground?" I'm sitting there listening to all this stuff going, it was so much easier when I was in school. Oh my
For
God.
real.
I mean, they're wearing fake tails, like I don't know where they get them at, and they're walking around the school like that. Oh my
I
gosh.
guess like the Halloween costumes. Will you please move out of
I
the way,
guess.
sir?
That is what she has 6 kitties, and that's the one that likes the camera. There's one other one, but this one definitely, and it looks like it's getting mad. Look at that tail.
Oh, he's just a purr. He's just wanting attention. He's gonna moon y'all now. Will you please get down, sir? Thank you. Sorry, y'all.
Oh, I'm used to it. All right,
Get
safe
hair
holiday
away.
treats offer festive cat safe. That's a tongue twister for me. Festive cat safe snacks. So, what are safe holiday treats? What do you use, or do you
I
use?
got the churros, little squeezable snacks for them.
I got you.
And they know when I go in the closet to get them too.
Oh, they're all perked up and ready to go. Yeah.
Yes.
And then Jen sent me this video, which I found. I gotta hang on. Let me pull this back down and go find it. Here it is, which I thought was funny. Hold on. How you win your divorce. That look. Oh my goodness. I've been sitting there looking at it for like 30 minutes just on the loop. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Shout out Garfield's of Orange. Garfield's on Orange rear end.
Yes, broski.
Berry. Cranberry chutney?
The cherries probably what I was
Okay.
talking about.
All right, I got you. I got you. And you got, how many cats did you say Barry has? 8?
12.
12. Oh my gosh.
Mary has 12.
He's got the baker's dozen going on. Oh. Oh my gosh.
Uh,
That's disgusting, Watchman. Man, imagine going down to the old Hilton Hotel and, I mean, there it is. Good Lord. Oh, that's a rather disgusting thought. So anyway, I had something I've always been intrigued by is the hearing of, and I'm going to talk about sleep patterns in a minute, and Jen's got something on sleep positions.
yes.
But I have always been really impressed. I mean, it just amazes me the hearing of any animal, but cats and dogs have that as well. I said both, and I found this that both dogs and cats have superior hearing to humans. We know that. Able to detect much higher frequencies and sounds from farther away. I didn't know this. Cats have a slight edge with their hearing range extending up to approximately 64,000 to 100,000 hertz. You're getting tail bombed.
Yes.
This is thanks to specialized ear muscles that allow for greater range of motion in their ears to pinpoint sounds, which aids in hunting smaller prey. They have 18 muscles, or well, for dogs that allow them to rotate and tilt their ears to better locate sounds, and they can also hear sounds from 4 times as far away as humans. That's a lot, which explains why when I step out of the studio, as quiet as I am, the little dog of Kaylee's inside the house, as soon as I step out the door, will always start chirping. That little Chihuahua, whatever she is, mix. I'll hear her. She can't see me from where she's at or nothing. She's on the far end of the house, and I'm behind the house and some distance behind the house. She hears me, as I come out. It never fails. It's amazing to me. But they, and I don't want to get bogged down um, in the numbers, but cats have 30 to 32 muscles. They like cats to rotate their ears up to 180 degrees. That sounds like a contortion trick or something. Their hearing is particularly sensitive to high frequency sounds, which helps them hear the faintest squeaks of rodents. That's a good thing. Humans can hear sounds at a much shorter range compared to dogs and cats. Humans cannot hear the ultrasonic frequencies that both dogs and cats can, making our hearing range much more limited. Now, I used to love it when I've been to actually, being in safety, you get all this stuff because you got to protect people's hearing. And it is the most fascinating thing if you have a sound meter or something that makes sounds and you put it on a range, because when you're a kid, you hear better than you do as you age. And little babies and small children can hear stuff that we can't hear. And so when you have a room full of people, let's say they run from the age of, 18 or 19 all the way up to their 60s, there are sounds that the 18, 19, 20-year-old can hear that people even 10 years older than that can't hear. They're like, oh yeah, I hear it. And everybody else is going, I didn't hear nothing. It's amazing to show that to people. And that's if you don't have damage. Damage would play in even more. But sound is amazing. And I'm just amazed by that this, so like animals, out in the woods and stuff, people think they're being quiet. It just cracks me up to think about a hunter. I love hunters. I'm all supportive of hunters, but it cracks me up. And I used to give some of my hunter friends a hard time. And I would say, tell me what all you do so that, you're not detected. So they would say things like, well, you don't wear deodorant because they have, like deer, they have super smells. They can smell from that wind, they'll pick it up and they'll smell it. They'll wear clothes that, don't have any they'll clean them with something that doesn't have any smell to it. And, they'll, all kinds of things they'll do like that. But then I'll turn it around and I'll go, okay, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You've done all of this, but still you've got a scent to you, no matter if you've done all that anyway. Of course, they got a spray they use and all that. But then I said, well, you're walking through the woods and you think you're being quiet. 5 miles away, that deer probably hears you breaking a leaf. And I said, all of you get up in the tree stand. All of you get up in the tree stand and you get bored and you pull out the bag of chips. Watchmen, though, depraved the furries. Yes, I heard about the furries pretending to be coyotes and get eaten by. I wonder if anyone wants to cosplay an alligator. Barry, play the clip of a ginger kitty going postal. Bond at kitties, yes. So anyway, I just think it's amazing. And I mean, I've been sitting there before and you can see a cat or a dog and you will see them tense up and their ears will, go all radar and you don't hear nothing. You're like, what, you hear something? What is it? Go get it. and it is amazing how God made them to have that kind of ability. All animals. I remember, my brain is weird, but I remember the movie where Jack Nicholson turns into a werewolf. Did you ever see that one? I don't remember the name of it, but he had that super smell. It's like he became like as a human. He got bitten or something, and he could smell humans. He was like sniffing the air. I'm thinking, yeah, we all got a scent. You can do all the descenting you want. There's a scent to us. All right, another thing before we go to Jen, because it'll go right with that.
Well, talk about the hearing for a minute.
Yeah.
The other night, I was in here, and I don't know which. Lord, I got another one. I was on a podcast. I don't know with y'all or with Steve, but the UPS man came. 'Cause I know what time he usually comes, so of course now it's dark. And so I heard the truck, and Alex was sitting up here, and he stopped out here in front of one of our houses, and I knew I had a package coming, and he started growling when he was walking up to the door to put the package in front of our door. And I was like, you need to calm down. It's okay. But I hadn't really ever heard him growl too much. I've heard him, like Sunshine's growled and Roxy's growled and stuff when they hear something. But I never really heard Alex. But he was sitting right here next to me. Boy, he started growling when he saw it. Well, heard him coming up in front of the house.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So
This one has a pretty tail. Got that different shade
Yeah.
going all the way up the tail. That's cute. Watchman says he believes animals can sense spirits and demons. That's an interesting thought, and I'm not going to dismiss it because animals have this. You know,
don't y'all start fighting.
I don't want to go down the road too much because we're in this, but I am willing to walk it just a minute. But you do want to tune in because we're going to be doing some ghost tours talks with our one of our new friends who will be on the show tomorrow night from Southern Shadows. And anyway, Paul, my co-host on the Saturday morning show, longtime friend, he told me that they went out to this very historic place and they had a weird experience happen, like around a grave, and it was a grave where a young girl had died in a tragic way or something. It's in the area here, and I may get a little bit of this wrong, but basically what happened is the dog sensed something and reacted to it, and they're just hiking, they're just walking around. There's a little cemetery there, and I know it's at a church, and I know I've done work in that cemetery for Confederate, ancestors and stuff for people and all that. But anyway, he said one of those little like tornado like things that happens. It happened right over that grave where that girl was, and it just was like the dog went in there and jumped in the middle of it. And he was telling me a lot of things that happen with that, which will make the hair stand on the back of your head. Paul, he'll be on one of the shows and. He'll pop in sometime and we'll get him to share that. He put that video that he happened to video it. I've not seen the video. Well, maybe he showed it to me. I don't remember, but he's got a video of it and he put that out on, I don't remember, like YouTube or Instagram or something. This thing got like some crazy amount of views and people were attracted to it because they said the dog sensed the spirit, ghost, whatever you want to call it, that happens in that phenomena. And people really, they just spread it around. It went like wildfire. And he just was telling us, but Paul has this amazing thing that happens. He showed me another video. They were at some national park and there's this wild horse. It's like a miniature horse almost. And I saw the video of this and they're sitting there and it's like, I don't have to get him to send me this video. We're going to have to share it out. And anyway, it's him and his wife and some, I think, grandkids. And it starts out, and you just see this horse standing there, and you think it's part of the scene. They're just sitting there talking, and the horse walks up.
Oh, goodness.
And you're not supposed to, in this park, you're not supposed to interact with the animals at all. But this horse comes up to him, and it starts licking him. A wild horse. And he just has a way with animals. It's really amazing. But I'll have to get Paul to share that. But he has a lot of videos because that's going to be a part of our Wolf Nation. We're developing for our outdoor stuff, Appalachian Trail, hiking, Bigfoot, all that stuff. That's going to all come under Wolf Nation. If you've been seeing some of that, that's what that is. It's another entity under the umbrella of the Southern Fried. But that's they love to get out like that, and we'll pull dog tag in and anybody else that wants to, and that we'll do. We're going to do a ghost tour soon. I just think it'd be great.
They do ghost tours here.
I would love to do one, and I'm trying to get them. I mean, we're going to pay them, but I'm trying to get them to call it the Southern Fried Ghost Tour for that night, and we'll go out and do that, and maybe do some live stream from that. That would be very cool. So we're trying to work on that. But if you've been seeing Wolf Nation, that's what that is, and really things with animals and stuff like that, all outdoor stuff like that, wild animals, all that'll have that. All right, talking about sleep, and I just got a little something here, and I didn't know this. If this is true, and it could be wrong, but I think it's true because I'm just thinking back to the animals I've had. But it's interesting to talk about the sleep habits of dogs and cats. But some people that are animal lovers said this. They say that cats and dogs sleep a lot due to their natural predatory instincts
Mm-hmm.
and lack other obligations. Though the exact amount varies by age, breed, and individual pet, uh, but basically they save their energy for short bursts of hunting. Is the natural instinct. I never thought about that. Uh, I don't. We can definitely discuss that. But others said they have tried to train their pets to sleep in certain areas or at certain times. And it's often funny to me. Somebody will have a dog or a cat or whatever. We'll say dog, and they get them the dog bed, and the dog won't never sleep in the dog bed. It's like a waste of money. And they would rather have a box or some
Mm-hmm.
weird odd place. You can't make a dog or a cat just sleep wherever in most cases. I think that takes maybe time. For you, they all end up on the bed. But let me get these two little quotes in about sleep patterns. It says cats sleep 12 to
Oh,
16 hours a day. Does your cat sleep that much?
yeah, 12 to 14. Yeah. I mean, they
Wow.
sleep. I mean, it's like today. I mean, this morning the babies were, I mean, all over the house. They were jumping, knocking stuff over. And I was like, y'all need to go back to bed. And they finally lay down, and then Mama had an appointment at 1:30, and they, of course, while we're gone, they usually sleep. And they didn't get up too much when we got home, and I went ahead and fixed us something to eat, and it was like late lunch, early dinner because we hadn't ate. And one of the baby that usually will bother us, she stayed over there on the couch and slept for like ever before she ever got up, and kind of wandered around and went back over in Mama's lap. So you just never know, but they
Well,
sleep a good bit.
they say they can sleep up to 20 hours, depending on their age.
You okay,
But they
baby?
say that again, that they're predators who conserve energy for short bursts of intense
Let me see.
activity. Dogs sleep 12 to 14 hours a day, but this can vary based on size, age, and breed. Some dogs sleep as much as 16 hours a day, especially when they are the only pet. Do your animals react off of each other? So, like if one has got the zoomies, they're all going crazy, or do they just ignore it?
Um, it depends. Well, Alex pretty much ignores all of them. He don't really get into
He's the
chasing.
Lone Ranger.
Yeah, because he's the oldest. But the two little ones, of course, they're at each other, and then the boys, are playing with each other, and then the little ones like playing. So they all kind of like start playing with each other if they're all around.
Uh, Before we go to Jenneth Brusky, always cracks me up. I just Googled bidet for dogs, and basically it's a hose with a sprayer. I scroll down the screen, there's something called an aqua palm dog bath brush pampered. Hey, that's the world we live in, broski. Shotgun Kitty had to reboot after that. Watchmen, I did a walk through a graveyard with these people with an EVP recorder. I cracked a joke, and when we listened to the tape back, a demonic voice was on tape saying "Smart A."
Mm.
Wow! After I cracked that joke, very strange.
Oh
Well, that's
goodness.
creepy. That's creepy, man. I like going in graveyards, dude, for genealogy and stuff, and to help honor, keep graves clean and all that. But in the daytime, was this at night? I don't know if I could. I don't like. I had to do that for security. Go, run through a graveyard 5 times. One of them was in the daytime. The rest were at night. I saw some weird crap in the graveyard. Let me tell you. Barry says I've noticed that dogs will turn 3 times before laying down.
Yes, they will.
That's true. And cats will need a spot before laying down. That
And
is true as
sometimes
well.
they'll turn around 3 times too. Some of mine
What's
will.
the turning around thing about?
I don't know. I guess it's just trying to get fixed. I guess I don't know.
Well, I guess humans do that, flopping and flipping, and
Yeah.
we would come home and find our mini dash out in the bed, tucked in her head on the pillow like someone put it in there. Always freaked me out how he did that. Cool. I was yes at night. I'm out, dude. I'm gonna do a ghost tour, but with friends. I'm not doing that by myself though. You were people, but George Eshelman, who we've had on the show, oh my gosh, over a year ago. The movie The Keeper was made about him. You know, he's got a new dog, and it's been so much fun to watch him with this dog. Of course, George had extreme, PTSDs. He managed it and everything, medications and things he does. Him and his dog have had it's amazing. But he posted a picture. I'll try to find it when you're talking, where the dog is laying in his bed. He's like taking over the bed, laying on the pillow, got the cover pulled up to his head. It's the funniest thing. It's a great relationship they have. George, his wife died, and he's not remarried, so it's him and the dog.
Oh,
So Miss Jenneth's going to talk about sleep positions, which they can get into some weird stuff.
yes. Your cat's sleeping positions. It says like when they're snuggled up together, of course they're having loving and wanting affection. Mine, I think, are trying to stay warm sometimes. My three boys are usually all together most of the time.
Yeah.
Then, if their eyes are slightly open in light sleep, that's in their light sleep state, so they still can know what's going on and keep an eye on everything. Then, y'all always heard about the loaf position. That's relaxed but hasn't left their guard down, so they still. That's what Sunshine was over here, and he's kind of stretched out a little bit now. Then
Okay.
they have a sideways sleeper where they're kind of on their back, and then they got their hips to the side. That's when they feel secure and calm. And then they have one where they're covering their face with their paws, that's shielding their eyes from the light. Mine do that a good bit when they're in Mama's lap and she's got the light on. They'll cover their little eyes. And then one where they got the tight curl up, they feel comfortable and happy. So yeah, they got several positions there where they're all happy and stuff.
What does your cats basically do? Are they all different? How they do the positions, or they just
Um, yeah, they pretty much they'll curl up in the tight curl if they're on the sofa and in Mama's lap, but then they also like sprawl out. I mean, they'll stretch a mile, Mama calls it, and if they're all on the bed together, um, the boys will be curled up with each other and everything. So
they say
they
some?
get a little.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I said like Sunshine's over here. He's pretty much in a loaf right now, big old loaf. So,
They say some people report that their dog and cat sleep together in the same bed. I guess if
yeah,
you've raised them up together, they wouldn't have a problem with that.
yeah. Excuse me, y'all.
I never
Yes.
had dogs and cats at the same time. It's always been separate. So I'm not really used to that.
Yeah, Buster. We had when we had Buster. I had a cat, and they slept in the doghouse and stuff together outside. So
See you, Barry. Take care, my
bye,
friend.
Barry.
Do they like water? I follow shower cat on Instagram that loves to take showers. We talked about that a few weeks ago, and it blows my mind that you could give a cat a shower.
Yeah, mine like water. They play in the sinks.
I've always thought cats hated water. It just a myth, I guess.
Yeah, some do, but then some want to play in it. They
Let me show you. If I, this is George's dog, Dolly. Last night, his HVAC went down, so he had space heaters out, but the dog's all warm and tucked in, and there's
oh, how cute.
Black Lab. That is cute. Oh, and George, he loves that dog. You can tell. Although the dog has gotten some trouble before,
Oh,
and he has talked about that. I think it's been a work in progress as they learn to, trust each other. And he's a beautiful dog. I don't know, but it looks like the dog is taking up the whole bed. Like here's one. Let me see if I can get this one up here. It looks like the dog has just taken over the whole bed. Like he said, that's his pillow. So, I
Yes.
don't know.
What?
And so we definitely highlight the owner who is. If you haven't watched the movie The Keeper, I need to watch it again. I've watched it several times, and I try to do that as often as I can because it's such a great movie and it keeps me in thought about PTSD and soldiers. And for those that don't know, um, here is the dog tags or the tapes he called them of the soldiers he carried up the Appalachian Trail. And he's an excellent woodworker too. He builds a lot with wood, and that's also another therapy for him. But he does some amazing stuff. I mean, he builds some unique stuff. Check this out right here. This is pretty cool. Check out those lamps.
Oh, wow.
Is that not cool?
Yes.
I've never seen anything quite like that. By gosh, you wouldn't want to drop that on your foot,
Oh, no. Yes.
but you wouldn't have to worry about being stolen. But he does a lot with different kinds of creations and stuff, and I think it just helps him. And again, animals are great therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Animals are great therapy. Um, Samson would be in the bed and cover straight across, paws hanging over the top of sheets and head on the pillow like someone tucked him in. It always baffled me how he did that. Another thing that cracks me up, and again, a lot of people don't do it, but a lot of people, they don't want to make sure their pets are safe while driving. They will have the seatbelt around. I've seen dogs that have been sitting up, and you're surrounded. You're
Yeah.
being, you're under cat attack. But they would have the seatbelt on and be sitting up with the shoulder strap and everything, looking out the window, just looking around, just like a human. It's hilarious to me. It really is. But it goes, another thing, it says both cats and dogs can fall asleep almost instantly, sometimes due to a lack of worry or fear or simply being well rested. And I was reading some people's comments that people that have insomnia, this drives them crazy. That the animal will just lay down and go to sleep and they can't. They're up constantly, and the cats or the dogs are just over there, snoring, and it doesn't bother them. And I can see that because people who have sleep problems, they tend to get mad at people that are snoring and having a good sleep because they want to sleep
Mm-hmm.
and they cannot. So it would stand to reason they get aggravated that the dogs and cats can do that. Seemed like there was one other thing here. Cats, especially, can be very punctual and develop consistent sleep and wake up routines based on their owner's schedules. Are your cats on your schedule? I guess because they're going to eat. Is that the schedule? Like you get up, they figure it's time to eat.
Yes. Now they used to kind of like come in there and cry and hello, get up. But now they pretty much know that I'm gonna get up. Like Monday mornings and Friday mornings. If I don't wake up trying to get on to watch y'all at 6, my alarm
Yeah.
clock's gonna go off at 6:30. And then I lay there for a little bit watching y'all, and I'll get up and start feeding them, and I'll carry the phone with me. But they know. And then the other 3 days, if me and Mama don't have nothing, then it's usually 7:30. I get up. So
I watch Uncle Dove on YouTube. He works on O2 amps. Well, that's cool. When he gets one in, he lets his cat Jack do a cat scan on box before putting it on the bench. Always cracks me up.
are
Yeah.
y'all know the show now?
Are they this active before we go live, or are they just chilled out? I think they know we're alive. I think they will be on camera. They're curious about what
I
you're
don't know
doing.
what I don't know what's up with them tonight. I got 5 of them in here out of 6. The other one's in there probably with Mama. So,
Well, that's cool. And do you ever have you ever rolled over on one of them without meaning to, and they screech out?
yeah, one of the babies like got right up like under my side and me trying to roll over, but I mean they didn't holler or nothing. It was just like I rolled and I was like, oh, there's a hump there. It's like, sorry, but it's like,
Of course, they probably land all over you by the time it gets to the middle of the night anyway.
yeah, because the Jasmine, the one that's not in here, the second youngest one, she lays on my back because I'm mostly on my stomach, so she lays on my back, and then Sunshine is mainly right against my legs, and then the other 2 boys are at my head, and Roxy's just over here on the side, and then Whisker, she's back and forth between me and Mama. So
Watchman says they're on the catnip. Catnip high as a Georgia pine. Oh, Rob says Chuck was all zoomy the other day and jumping all over the place. What did it was right near our first show that we did. It was right before that one of yours knocked off something that you had for a good while off, wasn't it? Wasn't it right? It was right near that first show, I think. Something was worth a little bit of money or something, if I remember right.
I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was.
But Sunshine did knock off something the other day that I could have killed him. It's plates. He's like, what? Me? I didn't do nothing. There's 4 little plates that my grandmother ate off of when she was in kindergarten. And there's 2 of them that has the ABCs around it, and 2 that has 1, 2, 3s, and it's got, I think one's got the owls, and then one's got something else. And I had cat plates that we just hung up, so I had those in the box that came in. And he decides they're on the counter, let's show them off. And he goes, boom. And I was like, you gotta be kidding! And the top one broke. So I said, boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in trouble. One of my favorite movie scenes is, and I know a lot of people don't like Tom Hanks, but there are movies he does I like. But the Turner and Hooch, where the dog just goes nuts and is tearing everything up, the speaker and all. He's like, he goes and gets the gun. He ends up loving the dog, but he was ready to take that dog out because he was Mr. Neat Freak. Everything had to be perfect. And he comes home, his house is a total wreck. This dog has went nuts.
Yes.
That scene cracks me up. Oh, they are really, truly like little kids sometimes.
Yes, they are.
I wouldn't have shot him with a water gun. I watched when you probably weren't in here. I had a friend one time, and his wife would have probably killed him if she knew this. But we were over there one night, and he would play a game with the 2 cats they had. He had a water gun he had beside him, and the cats knew he would do this. But he would say, "Watch this, Dave." They would walk in the room and they would stop and stare at him, and it was funny because they would take like one step and they would stare at him, take like another step, and he would wait like they would think he's not going to do it. He's not going to do it. And about the time the cat thinks I'm in the good, he'd pull that out, shoot him with a water gun, and the cats would take off. They would be gone. And then 15, 20 minutes later, it started all over again. Just cracked me up. It probably didn't help. I shouldn't say this. It probably didn't help that he was, we'll just say he was a toker. His wife it was actually her cats. He just played with them. He was good to them, but the whole water gun thing, that cracked me up. Those cats did not like the water. I'll say that. They didn't like water at all.
Yeah.
It was just a little handheld water gun. It wasn't nothing like super soaker or something like this. This was in the house. But I was like, dude, I said, what are you doing? He goes, oh, it's a game me and the cats play when my wife's not home. I thought, if she found out about that game, if the cats could talk, you would be getting shot. But he's like, yeah, Dave, but we're not going to tell her, are we? Oh, he was a big cut up. It's funny the people that come into your life and then they're out of your life and you don't see them. I haven't seen him in, oh my gosh, at least 30 years. At least
Wow.
it might be closer to 35. And but she loved her cats. He didn't dislike the cats. I don't think he was a huge cat fan, but playing game. It's kind of like those commercials you see, what dads and kids do when moms are away shopping or whatever, and the
Yeah.
crazy stuff they're doing. That's kind of what it reminded me of. It was like the cats and him were having fun. But my friend
No.
would roll up scotch tape backwards and put it on his cat's feet, and the cat looked like it was walking on the moon in 1/6 of gravity.
That's mean. Yeah, that's mean, ain't it, baby?
Oh, we're gonna get in trouble. There's gonna be some animal lovers out there who's gonna go, what? Oh, oh. And he says, I'm gonna show you my butt.
Moo, that's not nice.
Hey,
No
pretty
shorts
cat.
for me. I didn't do it. It was Watchmen.
Watchman for you. He's out there talking about the scotch tape. The only thing I remember about scotch tape was you never were the first person to fall asleep at a party. Always you got stuff done to you. Yeah, he said I think the kitty liked it. He was showing his approval. Oh my goodness. Any news from the Humane Society or Floyd Felines or anything out there this week? I know ARA got some nice donations this week.
Oh, right. That's good. Floyd Felines took in 12, 14 kittens. It was for an emergency. So they were trying to get funding up for that. What are you doing over there? Cute little babies. There's some solid black ones, and a couple black and white ones and stuff. So,
Yeah.
And
The yeah, ARA has had some good posts this week. Sometimes they don't have much going on. Sometimes it seems like everything is going on. It seemed like they had quite a few posts going on. That situation you sent me about the house, the hoarders, and the animals.
yes.
What was that at?
Lord, Dave, I don't remember. It was somewhere.
It don't matter what, but basically what happened. I mean, you had sent me this. These people had how many animals? And they said the lady probably. A lot of people theorize that the lady was just trying to be nice. It got out of hand.
Yeah.
And just didn't know what to do. Was maybe ashamed to ask for help. So, how many animals? Was it just cats?
No, it was cats and dogs.
How many animals were in the house?
I think there was like 20 something.
And it was just more than she could handle. It became
Yeah.
a real mess.
So,
You
I
know, they,
was just, people, I know people have a good heart, but then you just get overwhelmed. And,
yeah.
oh,
And you said that that wreck we talked about, where the people got hit by the truck, that they found the last cat.
yes, they did find the.
Y'all remember that story, folks? There was what in tarnations? That's a little much, 20 something. But the story where the workers were taking all the cats to another location, they got hit by the truck, and all of them got killed. Many animals lived. There was this one last rogue cat. They finally got the cat. So it is I guess on its way to its destination or whatever. Yeah, that's a little much. 20 something. Some people, you can always one more. You got to know your limit. You can always one more yourself until you're in trouble. You say, "Oh, what's one more?" But one more could become 20 more because they could have
Yeah,
babies.
because they multiply so.
You don't know what's going on till you don't know. And sometimes cats have big litters, and dogs. I mean, things could multiply maybe not as fast as rabbits, but pretty fast. What were you saying?
Y'all were they're like everybody wants in front of the computer screen. And look, y'all making me look funny now. What'd you do? Get off my thing.
I'm loving this. This is like cat show.
Get down. Y'all made me look all funny. Lord have mercy.
They freeze the screen at the right time. There was one Rob's screen froze. He had the weirdest. He didn't know it, but he had the funniest look on his face. It was hilarious. Watchman says my mom would take in stray cats, and I had to go over there and take care of them. I had to put a stop to that. Yeah, they mean well, but it gets out of hand, and somebody has to be the person to say, hey, you can't have this, And I think that's what happened, and it just got out of hand, and they didn't know what to do.
This is the baby. Say she don't want to be held.
She just wants to get in front of the camera. How old is she?
She is. She'll be 7 months old next week.
Oh, I love it. Hey, folks, we've had fun tonight on the Southern Claws and Paws, and I'm still working on getting the dog grooming place, Southern Paws. I've got to stop and talk to them this week. When we're still floof. we're still working on getting a vet too. I've got to reach out again. I've got a couple of ideas. We've reached out a couple of times. It has not worked, but we'll find somebody, and we haven't dove in real hard. We just did a loose. I have visited a veterinarian, and we've contacted another one, and those didn't work. But we're going to find one to have on at least once a month out of the months of shows, so that someone can ask the vet questions and stuff. And that's always good stuff. And we'll get that even if it's right after the first of the year. We'll get that took care of. I'm looking forward to it. Miss Jen, you enjoy your night with all the cats.
Thanks.
And their funny sleep positions and knocking the cat wall off the wall, or cat walk, or whatever you call it.
I hope not.
Hopefully you got a better screws in the wall, deeper attached. The whole wall's going to have to fall down now. It should be safe.
Yes.
For the cat. Maybe if they all get, maybe it was a plan. Like, we'll wake her up. If we get up here and jump and bounce, we could knock this whole thing down.
Lord.
Hey, folks, have a great evening. I'll probably be back shortly with a music show. Take a little bit of a break. But we thank you for watching the Southern Claws and Paws, and we have a lot of fun, if you can tell. Thanks for everybody coming in and sharing their stories. Watchman, I am truly sorry for that. Your dog got taken. That's hard. It's hard enough to lose them, but much less somebody steal them. Mm-hmm. And God bless our pets. And,
I will, Watchman.
They're what do you say?
Give the kitties a belly rub from him.
Okay. I moved over to get the song ready. So, hey, we'll see you next week. We'll see you on other shows. But for this show, for me and for Miss Jen, we'll see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, as we say down here. Thank you, Miss Jen.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great night.
All right. Bye-bye, y'all.
watching posts. They're the critters we love most. A hound in a hat or a cat in a bow. They steal the show wherever they go. Southern claws and paws, y'all. Fluff and fur at the roll call. A bark, a meow, a squawk, and a cheer. Best friends of the South are all right here.